G'day, well, it's Scott Picken. I'm the CEO and founder of Wealth Migrate, and for this week's Wealth Insight, I'm actually coming live here from the quad at Stanford University. You can actually see, I'm just going to slowly rotate around. You can see it's the main quad. Absolutely magnificent building. It's 125 years old today, and really this has become the pinnacle or the epicenter of technology. It's the epicenter of Silicon Valley, which is in the heart of San Francisco, and as you know, they really have been the cause of most of the greatest technology innovations over the last 30 to 50 years, everything from Hewlett-Packard to Bill Gates. But what I thought was absolutely fascinating is I want to introduce you this week to Jeff Walker. Now, the internet, obviously the onset of the internet started, in the early 1990s, but really took off around 94, 95. And a gentleman by the name of Jeff Walker, I mean, at the time he was a stay-at-home dad. You can actually hear his stories about to tell you. But he's now the CEO of Internet Alchemy. He's probably one of the top 5 or 6 most respected internet marketing guys in the entire world. He's right up there and good friends with Frank Kern, Gary Vaynerchuk, Ryan Dace, Seth Godin, and even Picken, just to name a few of them. And really what was fascinating is that I've just had the privilege of spending a week on Necker Island with Richard Branson and 20 other of the best entrepreneurs from around the world, and Jeff was one of them. And I was just fascinated by Jeff's take on life and the things that he wanted to share with our group. And I just asked him to really give us this wealth insight on how he, with all that fame, with all that success, and to be fair, with all that opportunity all over the planet, how he balances his life. So coming here from the heart of Silicon Valley, the quad of Stanford University, I bring you Jeff with his wealth insight on how you can create a great life, but also live, he talks about playing big, but play big in all areas of your life. Enjoy this. It's absolutely fantastic. So good day to all of you. Well, I'm standing here with Jeff Walker, and Jeff, for the last week or so, we've obviously had this privilege of spending time on Necker Island, and we're standing here on a beautiful beach, but I've taken a massive takeaway from you this week, and I want to share this wealth insight for everyone. And it's really about how you've created a lifestyle that also enables you to do what you love, and that you actually block that out first before you worry about business. And you've even kind of put me in the spot a few times because I'm like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, and you're like, yeah, chill out, I don't want it to affect my life. Tell us just a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, so I came from very humble beginnings. I don't know if you heard my story, but I was a stay-at-home dad taking care of a couple of babies while my wife supported the family. And so that's where I started from. But as I started to have success, I don't know, it was just intuitive to me that like making money wasn't about, that wasn't a definition of success. It was part of the definition. And I just wanted to go big with my life. I wanted to be big in every area. So I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to have adventure. I wanted to be a great parent. I wanted to be a great husband. I wanted to be a great community member. So I created goals around all those areas. And then those goals are just as important to me as making money. And I mean, you got to understand, when I started my business, I was in desperation mode. I was just trying to help support the family. But
just to put that into context, now you're one of the most successful people in the space globally, and I'll say it for you, just so people know it.
Yeah, and it's a joy. I mean, and yes, I do very well, and I've been able to make a big impact and help a lot of people. But it's just if you create a great life, but you have a horrible life at home, if you're not with your kids, if you're not present with your spouse, if you're not making, helping people at the end of the day, and if your vessel, your physical vessel is suffering, then you're not a success. It's a tough definition, but so like one of the things I do is I love to ski. Probably more skiing in Colorado.
You live in Colorado,
than in Africa, but I know your people are all over the world. But anyway, so I love to ski. So one of the things is this winter, every Friday's a ski Friday. So I went into my calendar, like in October, when we were coming up on ski season, and I just went and blocked off every single Friday. It's a ski Friday. And then I get on with my team. I'm blessed to have this amazing team now. And I'll just, every Monday we do we're planning the week, and I start with, they're like, Jeff, what's your week look like? And I said, well, Friday's a ski Friday, so I'm not gonna be in the office then. And so it's just scheduling in that time first, because if you don't schedule in your time to get away and to recharge and rejuvenate, then you're just, your week will fill up, your month will fill up, your year will fill up. And the reality is that if you're going to be an entrepreneur, we get paid for the thoughts that run through our brain.
Yep,
That's the only thing we get paid for, the thoughts that we take in our brain and we create in the world. And if you're not rejuvenating yourself on a regular basis, you can't be creative. You can't create from a place of complete stress and anxiety and just a gazillion things going on in your head all the time. You have to give yourself some space. For me, it's about getting outdoors. We spend a lot of time here on Necker Island being outdoors. I get outdoors.
I mean, dude, I mean, just if you can hear the waves in the background on the beach. And I mean, I think everyone around the world will agree Richard Branson's probably the most successful, or one of the most successful entrepreneurs.
Right.
And he lives here.
Yeah, and he not only lives here, but yesterday, because I'm a tennis player, so I played tennis with him. And yesterday he played 4 sets of tennis. He played 2 sets of tennis in the morning and 2 sets in the afternoon. And if the wind's up, he'll go kiting as well. And this guy's running, what, 300 some companies. He's a billionaire, and he's taking care of his body. And it's just, it's so incredibly important. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to do it. And your days and your weeks will fill up if you don't make that priority.
And dude, the last thing that I'd just like to say, and you said it so beautifully yesterday, something along the lines of, if you're going to play big in every area of your life.
Right, yeah. I mean, you know, I like Steve Jobs, enormously successful, changed the world with Apple, but, you know, from the books I've read, was very disconnected from a lot of people in his life, including at least one of his children, and wasn't terribly present. And that's not a successful life to me. I mean, I know it's blasphemy because the guy created the biggest company in the world, but
we're all filming this on an Apple.
yeah, exactly. But you know, yeah, don't just say I'm going to like make a lot of money. I mean, say I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to have great relationships. I'm going to be a great community member. I'm going to create massive value. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be active. I mean, if you're going to play big, go for it, but not just in one little area. That's a recipe for a failed life.
No, dude, as I said, you've been a huge inspiration, so thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing for everyone.
And this dude is an inspiration as well. Love you, Dan.
Awesome, man. So hopefully you enjoyed that wealth insight. You see, what I'm trying to do is just share with you individual skills, and you know, you can see here the graduate school, you know, Stanford Graduate School of Business. It's one of the best business schools in the world, but I believe in real life learning, what's happening on the ground. It's like an apprentice. It's the oldest, most knowledgeable way of learning. It's by learning by doing. And that is why I want to teach you lessons from people that are actually doing it on the ground and that have got the results. So if you enjoyed this wealth insight, I would ask you to please go out there and share it with your friends. My mission statement in life is to create a world of wealth, health, and happiness. And to do that by having lots of fun, inspiring growth and change. Our vision is to empower 1 billion people, but we can only do that if you share it with your friends and family. Please make a commitment to me to go out there and share these insights. They're free so that other people can have the brilliant information, the brilliant knowledge that is available, and you don't just need to be coming to fantastic schools like this. And if you enjoy it, go online, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and every single week we will be bringing you a new, short, succinct wealth insight. As you know, I get to spend time with people like Richard Branson, other billionaires and very, very successful men and women from around the world. I not only get to spend time with them, but I also learn from them and have done that for the last 20 years of my life. And so I will consistently make a promise to bring you great wealth insights each and every week. And if you subscribe, then you too will be able to get them. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like our Facebook page at Wealth Migrate, but most importantly, please implement what you're learning from these wealth insights. Scott Picken, coming live from Stanford Graduate School of Business, one of the best business schools on the world. I'm trying to create one of the best abilities to learn on the planet. Let's empower 1 billion people. Let's make it happen. Cheers.